1967, Father Gerard Finnegan, a newly ordained priest, came to Espiritu Santo. And the next year, in 1968, Father Michael Madden came to the church as the church administrator. In August of 1969, Father Aidan Foynes became the first pastor of Espiritu Santo and remained at the parish until 1975.
We had our CCD classes, our religious classes, in the church, just spread out all around the church. And there was great need for a building that would serve as a Sunday school. So we built that building then. I understand it's called the Don Bosco Center now.
So on the eve of its 10th anniversary, the parish took on a new project with the construction of a multi-purpose building that would add 9,000 square feet of additional space to the church facilities.
It wasn't real satisfactory to have, say, 8 grids spread all around the church, one almost right on top of the other. So there was a need for a religious education building.
Under Father Foynes, the church built the John Bosco Center, which would be utilized for overflow masses, CCD classes, church activities, and social gatherings. Father Patrick Rahill was the next pastor to arrive at Espiritu Santo in September of 1975. When Father Rahill arrived, the rectory and the church offices were located in a house at 2215 Philippi Parkway.
When I became employed at the Espiritu Santo, it was basically a one-person office. The rectory was located in a little house on Philippi Parkway, 2215 Philippi Parkway. The church office was a converted garage. The priest actually lived in the house.
Under Father Rahill's direction, construction began for a new rectory next to the church. In addition to the priest's living quarters, the rectory would also house the church administrative offices, offices for the religious staff, and the religious articles shop. Father Patrick J. Clark succeeded Father Rahill as pastor in 1980 and was the first priest to live in the new rectory. With the increased residential development and growing number of families coming to the countryside area, Father Clark recognized the need for a much larger church.
We knew that we had outgrown our little church. Pretty much every Sunday, 10 o'clock Mass, people were standing outside the doors of the church. So we knew that it was time, he knew that it was time to go something bigger.
Father Clark, along with his staff and parishioners, met the challenge. And on February 16, 1986, ground was broken for a new worship space. In keeping with its Spanish history, the new church would adopt a contemporary Spanish mission style and seat up to 1,000 people for Sunday liturgy.
It's hard to explain. It was, wow. Oh, it's beautiful. The 3 faces, the lamb and the dove, and which are the 3, Father, Son, and Spirit, just beautiful. It's really, that's all I could say is, wow, it's really beautiful.
In 1996, Father Greg Tottle became the next pastor of Espiritu Santo.
When I first came to Espiritu Santo, I was Bishop Favalora's Master of Ceremonies, and he was having confirmation there. And so I came with him, and it was my first time in the new church. And I was so impressed with the way they did things, the organization there, but also I was just impressed with the spirit that was there, even for that confirmation ceremony.
As the parish continued to grow, Father Tottle saw the need to build once again.
As a parish, we were in the interparochial system with St. Cecilia's School when I became pastor. And the very first year it became clear to me that there was a very long waiting list and we had to refuse many people. We were the furthest parish away from St. Cecilia's, but we had the most children attending there. And it was clear that Safety Harbor and Espiritu Santo could support a school, particularly with the growth of interest coming from West Tampa, where there was a lot of new development.
This time, the goal was to build an education building, including a school and a place for religious education classes.
We used what is now the John Bosco Center as our religious education building for our CCD classes. And we really there were no actual classrooms. We used room dividers. I taught CCD for a while. It was quite a challenge to teach in there with just the dividers. And so Father Title's first dream was a new education building. And we had this property where the school is now located, that the church owned, or the diocese owned. And we knew that there was a lot of wetlands there. We wouldn't be able to use the entire area. But he felt confident that we could build an education building on that area. So we started talking about education building. Then as Father Title looked into what was going to be involved in an education building, he said, well, if we're going to build an education building, why don't we build it to the specifics of a school? Just in case one day we'd like to have a school here.
The building opened in 2001 with about 500 pre-kindergarten through 8th grade students. Once again, the parish had entered a new era. In the summer of 2003, Father Robert Schneider was asked by the Most Reverend Bishop Robert N. Lynch to become the pastor of Espiritu Santo Catholic Church, where he currently serves the parish.
Well, I'd always heard about the parish. I was at Holy Family Parish in St. Petersburg, and in 2001 the new school here had opened. And so we had all heard about that and were very excited about the school being opened and all of the ministries of Espiritu Santo Parish. It was certainly a reputation that I had heard about and was very proud then to be a part of, beginning in 2003.
In honor of the work and dedication of the generations that had come before us, a new campaign was initiated by Father Schneider to once again build on the future of the parish.
As the 50th anniversary came upon us, we had a campaign called Honoring Our Past, Building Our Future, and people were really excited about that and got on board and helped us to really plan now for the financial and spiritual future of the parish.
Inspired by the Holy Spirit, the people of Espiritu Santo Catholic Church have always been a loving community of faith, grace, and good works.
As we celebrate our 50th anniversary, it's wonderful to look at the past, but really we want to look to the future, 50 years and beyond. And we know that even as a small community gathered 50 years ago and built the great parish that we have today, even greater things are yet to come. So I look forward to the future, and I think we're going to be celebrating 50 years from now, 100 years from now, knowing that Espiritu Santo Parish will be the strong parish that it is today and will grow even stronger in the future.